speaking of supplements, a lot of people take this multivitamin, like one multivitamin, and that has zinc, iron, magnesium, all these different things. How do you think taking a multivitamin impacts the gut microbiome?
So vitamins have been shown to have an impact on the microbiome. That's kind of there are a lot of scientific papers out there. Of course, vitamins are also important. Let's say if you don't eat enough fruit or you don't have enough intake from your daily food, for example, then it's a good idea to take the vitamins. But if you have a good diet, a diet with fruits and vegetables, a healthy diet, for example, then you don't need the vitamins, right? In that sense. And that's why in the end, the vitamins, it can also improve the microbiome. It can also replace the vitamins that is not taken. So you need those vitamins. So it's kind of it also depends on the individual. If someone feels that they feel better after taking the vitamins, yeah, go for it then.
Taking the multivitamins, it's like if you take it, it's great for you. If you don't, you should be fine if you're having a balanced diet.
Correct.
What about AI? How is AI impacting your field right now?
Right now, what is actually going on is what we so-call the personalized microbiome / nutrition area that using a lot of, and the reason why doing this is because there's a lot of companies out there, like they provide this kind of microbiome testing kits. You can send your stool samples in and they can do a sequencing. That means they can check all this DNA of the bacteria or the microbes in your gut. And they scan it out, they sequence it, and then they compile the data, and they can provide you a recommendation whether what kind of food or supplement you take to improve your gut microbiome. And that use a lot of AI and machine learning, right? Because you have a lot of big data set on the sequencing side, and they also advise you on all these kind of things. But at the moment, I think it's still quite difficult because in the end, a lot of these companies exist. It's actually also quite a high cost of it. And ultimately, I think in the end, they also will provide you, okay, you should, the advice, the take-home message is to always have a balanced diet, for example. That's kind of a take-home message.
Yeah.
And of course, some of them, you might have some interesting finding. For example, if you have, I have certain bacteria A and bacteria B missing, and how do you improve that? Then you can try to take some supplements or some food or some fruits or some vegetables to improve the bacteria.
Yeah. Everyone says that we should have a balanced diet. And I would say that yes, but sometimes it's quite difficult, especially when the grocery stores have very limited options when it comes to fruit and vegetables, at least in, I would say, some Western grocery stores. So if you cannot have a balanced diet, if that could be a financial reason too. Would you say that taking a supplement for you balancing your diet?
I think first thing first, it's always important to have a balanced diet no matter what. The supplements will only is a supportive, it's a complementary thing for the diet. If you think the diet is not enough, just for example, if you're not eating meat or you're a vegetarian, then probably it's a good idea to take iron supplements, right? Just for example, and let's say if you don't think you have enough vitamin C, for example, then you can take vitamin C. That's fine. I mean, you can take that. But I think what's important is to really make sure to have a balanced diet, and the supplements will comes in as a support.
So just remember to stay balanced. And of course, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, especially comment if you had any questions about this episode, or just let me know what you're curious about. And as I say, until next time.